Welcome back to our channel, and welcome if you're new. We are going to be in the kitchen again this week doing a meal prep / cook with me. So let me tell you what we're going to be making. First, we're prepping some salad jars. We loved the salad jars last week. I told y'all that's my favorite salad, so we're gonna do that one again this week. I'm also making 2 salad dressings. I'm making an agave mustard dressing and a Italian dressing. They're both gonna be vegan and oil-free. And then I'm making a carrot soup. It's a carrot and ginger soup, and I use coconut milk. It's really good. I'm gonna show you our favorite way of making kale. I'm also making my own hummus, and it's going to be vegan and oil-free. And I think that I'll probably share a little bit more, but I am using tahini in the hummus, but I'm not gonna add any additional oil to it. I'm going to show you how I make a spinach and black eyed pea stew. It's kind of, the base of it is inspired by like an African red stew. Like different countries have different styles, but I've seen some recipes for like something called red. So it's similar to that, but I've added spinach to it. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you enjoy this meal prep video. And if you haven't done so already, we'd love for you to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so you never miss a new video, and share it with a friend that you think might enjoy it as well. One of the most important things to having a successful meal prep is having all the groceries that you need. Here are the groceries that I ordered from Walmart to get everything I had on my list done. This kale is our go-to vegetable. Let me show you how we make it. Here are all of our ingredients. I get packaged pre-chopped kale, vegetable broth. I'm going to use some complete seasonings, some garlic powder and some salt, some fresh garlic, peppers, and red onions. I am using vegetable broth to saute today, so I start off with the vegetable broth, then I add in my onions and just let them cook down a bit. Next, I add in my garlic and then a little agave syrup. Now it's time for the kale. I pack it all in, add in the vegetable broth, top it with the red peppers and the seasonings, and let it steam. I try the kale to see if I need to adjust the seasonings, and then I just let it cook down until most of the liquid is evaporated, and then it's ready to serve. first dressing I'm gonna make is a agave mustard. So I think it's pretty much gonna be like a honey mustard. So I'm gonna use silken tofu, which I already opened the pack, some stone brown mustard, and some agave syrup, and then pepper and salt. Creamy Italian. So I'm going to use the rest of the silken tofu, some water, lemon juice, and then garlic, onion powder, oregano, rosemary, basil, and salt, and black pepper. Video that I accidentally put the lettuce and the cucumbers in the freezer. I don't know what I was doing, but I put it in the freezer. So now I had to do another grocery order and get some other stuff that we needed. So now I'm gonna get this salad made. I got more lettuce, so I'm gonna get the jars made for the week. I'm gonna make 10 jars today because we kind of like to have them every day, so I think I might as well go ahead and make 10. Where are you? Now there's a funnel that I used to have, and I really need to order one here that just, you can put it on top of each of the jars to easily get things in and out. Yes, Maddie? Oh, okay. I forgot. I have 10 salad jars, and then I have my creamy agave mustard, and then my creamy Italian. Both are oil-free and vegan dressing. I'm going to make a carrot soup. I'm using carrots, an onion, some fresh garlic, ginger root, and then I'm gonna use a couple of seasonings. Let me show you. For seasonings, I'm gonna use pink salt, garlic powder, black pepper, onion powder, curry powder, ground turmeric, and crushed red pepper. I'm also going to use a little bit of vegetable broth in here. So let me show you how I put this together. Now, when I've made this soup in the past, I've been using oil, but because we are trying not to use oil, instead of sauteing the onions like I have in the past, I'm really just gonna put everything in the pot and let it come to a boil. One thing I forgot to mention that I'm going to use is some coconut milk. I'm getting the last carrot peeled, and then I'm going to get them all cut up. I didn't think that I had a big enough pot, so I only did half of the carrots I had. I had 5 pounds, so I did probably about 2.5 pounds. But now I'm seeing the pot and I'm like, oh, I probably could fit more. We'll see. We'll start with that. And so it's the same thing with the onion. The cut size doesn't really matter. It's all just going to cook together in here and then get pureed. So, I'll just do a very big dice. I'm just gonna cut off the end and throw them in. Ginger, it's like this. And basically you can just use a spoon to peel it. I started making this soup while we were in Costa Rica. We were doing a lot of juicing. We were going to the feria a lot and always getting a lot of vegetables. So I had planned to make like these juices, and I bought a ton of carrots, but then it was too many. And so I was trying to think of something to do with them because I didn't want to waste them. And I just started being like, I have some fresh turmeric, I have some fresh ginger. Why don't I make this into like a savory soup? So that's what I did, and we loved it. So I thought it would be something nice to make again. This pot seasoned up. Not too much because it can get a little bitter. Turmeric. So I'm gonna add a little curry, onion powder, garlic powder. Now, black pepper is always important when you're using turmeric. You want to make sure you put some black pepper in it to make sure you get all the benefits from the turmeric. Do a little bit of salt. I'm going to add my vegetable broth. Ooh. There you go. That's the perfect amount. That was about 32 ounces. I'm going to get everything stirred up nicely. We'll let this go. This is the carrots, or these are the carrots for the soup. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this coconut milk, I'm gonna put that in the blender first and then put the carrots in and get it blended. This is definitely the week of making a lot of stuff from scratch. So this next recipe, same. I'm gonna be making a hummus because I wanted an oil-free one. And when I was ordering my groceries, I didn't see any. So I was like, okay, let me find a recipe and try something out. So let me show you what I'm using. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with a jar of roasted red peppers. I did drain most of the liquid off, but I saved it just in case I need to add more. And now this is 2 cans of chickpeas that have been drained and rinsed. I need to use 6 tablespoons. This is a 1.5 tablespoon measure. And so I'm gonna start off with just 3 tablespoons and then see how I like it. So that'll be 2 of these to make 3 tablespoons. Use 4 cloves of garlic. I'm just cutting off the end before I put it in there. I like garlic, so I'm definitely gonna go with the 4. Maybe 1 more for good measure. A 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. So, put that in there. And then tahini. I need 2 tablespoons of tahini. This is the kind that I was able to find. I get 2 good tablespoons in there. And I tried to get the oil mixed up in here, the oil from the sesame seeds. So when I'm talking about us, you know, not using oil, it's really about the added oils and then limiting the oils where possible from like nuts and seeds, like not eating a whole jar of peanut butter or a whole jar of tahini. I'm gonna get a good amount of salt in here. And then I'll test the flavor and adjust as needed. Okay, so this is what the hummus is looking like. It's not ideal to do it in a blender like this because it is kind of thick and trying to get it out. This is the first bowl. I am trying something new today. So these are all the ingredients I'm going to be using. I'm using some onions. I have peppers. This is about 4 bell peppers, 2 habanero peppers, and then 2 plum tomatoes. I'm going to use some of this seaweed, ginger, liquid smoke, and then 2 cans of black eyed peas and spinach. And then I'll also show you the seasonings. To start, I'm going to get all of the ingredients on this cutting board into the blender to turn them into a sauce. Everything mixed. I'm gonna take this and pour it in. I'm gonna let this cook down. I want to get the water out of it and kind of reduce down everything here so the flavors can be a little bit more concentrated. I'm gonna squeeze in a little bit of the ginger paste. I kind of meant to put it into the blender and I forgot. I'm also all out of fresh garlic, so I'm gonna squeeze in some minced garlic. While that is cooking down, I'm gonna start assembling my little seasoning plate. You know, I like to just put it on a plate so then I can just pour it all in there. So I'm starting off with some thyme and then some curry, garlic powder, some black pepper, complete seasoning, kind of goes with everything, some pink salt, this is coming along nicely, it's popping a bit. I'm gonna throw in that plate of seasonings. I chopped up 2 packs of the seaweed and added them in.